Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We have already seen the Femme Fatale's house. However, just in case you don't have as much time to watch both builds, I decided to just go ahead and put both of those builds together so you have a very convenient video. I also wanted to talk a little bit more about my natural hair journey because, as you guys all know from the explanation, the Femme Fatales are TWA, which stands for Teeny Weeny Afro, and AP, which also stands for Afro Puff. And they are basically natural hair warriors that just go out into the sim communities and educate people on their natural hair, no matter what kind of texture their hair is. They have all the tips, all the tricks of the trade. So let's talk about TWA since we are working on her house. That is me in The Sims. I have a TWA, which is, again, Teeny Weeny Afro. And I accidentally went natural, but it wasn't like full natural. Let me explain. In 2012, I believe I had my last real perm. My mom had done my perms up until that point, and I had went to college. I did not have a vehicle or a license, so I could not go home every single month to get my hair permed because I'm sorry, if you mess up a perm, you can burn your scalp, your hair won't grow for a little bit, you'll be bald headed. It was just not something that I felt comfortable doing on myself. As a result, nearly every single month when I could go home, I had my mom braid my hair. So it was constantly in braids. And I think it was about maybe first semester of sophomore year, I ran into this girl named Secret, and she had natural hair, and like she took care of it, and it was just kind of like a novel thing to see. Because me and my best friend, Faison, as I have explained in many videos ago, she is my best friend from college. She is doing amazing things in the military right now, and her hair was also permed as well. So both of us, we permed ladies, nothing about natural hair, had a roommate who had natural hair, whose extensive natural hair collection was something that dreams are made of now that I think back on it. And she really tried to convince us, like, come on, girls, go natural, just let your hair grow, let it be free, and, all that jazz. Now, in this day and age, natural hair is still viewed as unkempt, unprofessional. It's not as pretty in this world. That's what people think of. Still 90, not 90%, but a vast majority of people still think that natural hair isn't beautiful and pretty. And I beg to differ. Like I said, my natural hair journey was an accident. I stopped getting perms. I stopped getting my hair braided. I started straightening my hair a lot. So I started having a lot of breakage, a lot of damage. And when I finally stopped straightening my hair and kind of let it grow out, I slowly started chopping off the straight pieces that would never return back to the natural hair texture that my hair is. So, that being said, I have a lovely relationship with wigs and braids, box braids, all kinds of braids, crochet braids as well, because of the fact that I'm like, well, I can't really rock my natural hair because it was like so short. It was like literally the definition of TWA. My natural hair is a little bit longer than what it was because, like I said, I kept cutting and cutting. And then, like, whenever I would get so fed up with having my natural hair and trying to figure out what to do with it because it was like uneven, whenever you fluffed it out, I just kind of sort of would take the straightener to it and it would, reverse all of the growth that I had, achieved. And then finally, I just stopped straightening my hair. Like, it just became like such a hassle because of you having to protect your hair and make sure you don't damage it, make sure your straightener is not too high up in the heat level. So, yeah, nowadays, you guys, if you follow me on my Instagram, you see all of the looks that I have. Some of them are with my natural hair and a lovely little puff. And sometimes I wear wigs. I have done crochet braids that has really taken off here in the last couple of years. Crochet, latch hook braiding. The box braid method, there's all these different methods of going about it. And my hair, I thought was too short to do it, but after watching many videos on YouTube, I realized that my hair was not too short. at all, period. And it really just depended on me taking my time with it and really understanding like where my parts are, where I wanted the braids to set and to lay. And on topic of braids, you still have to take care of them, but they are definitely a lot low maintenance than taking care of my natural hair, for example. You have to moisturize it all the time. You have to make sure it's wet, make sure you're like, styling it correctly. You're not using products that leave it dried out and crunchy. And it's still a learning experience. I'm still on my natural hair journey. Um, my mom doesn't like my natural hair when I don't do anything to it, but when I do something to it and make it look all dressed up, it looks beautiful, she says. But I'm a lazy person and I can't stick to a routine to save my life. So I'm working on that. Don't worry, I'm working on it. I am a day late posting this video. It was supposed to go up on Wednesday. It's going up today. It's Thursday now. But I'm working on it. I had to go through some things. I'll tell you guys about that in a later video. But now that we are kind of nearing the end of TWA's build, let's talk about Afro Puff, who is styled after my manager at my day job. She has the most beautiful large scale Afro Puff. Like, oh my goodness, love it so much. It was so hard to try and find a sim that had that level of afro. But luckily, thanks to the Sims 3 community, and the exchange and the content creators, I was able to find a sim that had that hair that I was looking for. Her afro, I've seen it in so many different kinds of styles. It's like not even funny. And it's just so crazy to see it go from giant afro puff to something like box braids to something like faux dreadlocks. And when I was talking to her about it, she's like, it really is a labor of love to take care of your natural hair. You really gotta, if you get bored with your natural hair, find different styles that you can do in your hair without damaging it. She's like, I sleep with a satin cap on. She's like, my hair is always moisturized. And taking care of your health as well can influence how your hair grows, how fast it grows, how strong it is. She is getting her health together, so she's been kind of following the keto diet a little bit, kind of loosely, eating more healthy stuff, fruits and veggies. And you can definitely see the difference that having a healthy lifestyle can do to one's hair. Um, wow, it's like so much information just now. But if you haven't learned anything from me, there are plenty of natural hair tutorials on YouTube that you can watch and just learn from, because that's what I did basically. That's what I found someone who kind of sort of had my hair type. Also talking to someone who has natural hair. Like you can tell right almost right off the back, like if they have natural hair, if their hair has been treated, what kind of texture their hair is, especially when they're rocking it all out. When I see someone come in with box braids, I'm like, oh my goodness, who does your box braids? This is before I thought I could do box braids myself. It's really about just being open and honest and talking to the people who you can tell really embrace their natural hair, learning from them, learning their tips, learning their tricks, and finding out what really works for you. It doesn't matter like what kind of hair texture you have. It's just how you take care of it and how you treat it really impacts how your hair will grow and how your confidence will literally just go through the roof. I know that my confidence goes through the roof whenever I'm wearing my wig and whenever my afro is looking amazing and immaculate. It just like, oh, I need to get dressed up right now. I need my jewelry, I need my makeup. Like, let's go. Where are my heels? It just makes you feel so confident. And I know confidence is something that everyone struggles with. And something like finding notes on how to take care of your natural hair can really, really work wonders. But with all that being said, thank you guys for just hanging out with me today and let me just talk to you guys about natural hair and how beautiful and how unique it is to each and every person. If you like this video, please drop me a line in the comment section. If you have any ideas of what you want me to build in The Sims 3, please also just leave me a comment. I did have a little bit of a builder's block, but I am back now. But thank you all. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles.